man, I just had the craziest dream last night.
Really? What was it about?
Have you seen the movie Inception? I dreamed that I was a part of that.
Wait, so you were like having dreams within dreams, just like in the movie?
Yeah, it was crazy. Sometimes it makes you wonder if we are even in reality right now. Who's to say life isn't a dream?
That's a pretty interesting concept. We have some guest stars here to talk about that.
First, we'll have Cormac McCarthy, followed by Tennessee Williams, and Christopher Nolan will wrap it all up for us.
There can be many different escapes from reality. Those escapes can range from dreams to watching movies. In The Road, daydreaming about the past can be a way to escape from reality. In Inception, dreams are hyper-realist and have the feel of reality without actually being it. In The Glass Menagerie, Tom escapes the reality of his home life by going to the movies.
The topic of reality is an easy topic for me to talk about because I consider myself somewhat of a self-made expert on it. Fact. My book, The Road, is the best fictional book to read to educate yourself on the views of reality. In this book that I have written, I touch upon several different looks at reality from two main characters. They live in a pretty extreme environment that is not the normal case for most human beings, but that is the perfect place to exhibit my views on reality as an author. Fact. Dreams are a significant part of our reality. Throughout the book, the main character, who is the father, has lots of dreams and they definitely affect his reality. When discussing dreams in the book about the father, it states, "He said the right dreams for a man in peril were dreams of peril, and all else was the call of languor and death." Page 15. This quote discusses how what you dream can affect how you think in the real world. Because of his bleak situation, the father did not want to give himself false hope with hopeful dreams. This also shows how dreams seem to be a separate reality from the waking world. Fact. For our reality to be worth living in, there has to be something that anchors you here. In my book, the anchor for the father is his son. On page 9, in dialogue between the father and son, it says, "Can I ask you something?" "Yes, of course you can." "What would you do if I died?" "If you died, I would want to die too." "So you could be with me?" "Yes, so I could be with you." "Okay." Without an anchor or multiple anchors in the waking world, reality is simply not worth living in. Because it is something that we have to face day after day, anchors keep us here. That quote also brings up an interesting point about reality, which is that there could be other realities after this reality is gone. The father and son speak about being reunited after death, and this most definitely suggests the existence of another reality or multiple realities after death. I personally do agree and believe in this. Reality is something very interesting, and so I'm glad that you chose me to speak on this topic today because I'm certainly the right person for this. Fact. All my statements about reality are 100% truth because they came from me. I'm the best speaker you have heard or ever will hear about reality. If you wish to learn more about reality, please stay at Schrute Farms and I will be sure to further inform you on this topic.
How do I perceive reality? I think that reality is something that we all have to deal with and figure out. It's what's around us every single day. But I also think that there are ways to get around it and almost leave reality. Different ways we can do this include going to the movies, daydreaming, or just dreaming in general. Sometimes reality is not exactly what we want it to be, so we tend to find ways to get out of it. I think that this is completely okay as well, seeing as Tom from my story, The Glass Menagerie, always went to the movies, or how Laura would skip business, college, and walk in the park to avoid it. In the first scene, Tom tells us that he gives us truth in the pleasant disguise of illusion. Tom's truth is that his reality is not what he wants it to be. It's hard. That's what she said. He doesn't have his dream job, and he has to get up every day to go work and make enough money to support his family and pay for the apartment he doesn't even own. To disguise this truth, his illusion is that he can escape reality. He goes to the movies at night to help distract him from his harsh reality or to escape it for a little while. It can definitely be gruesome and unpleasant for a lot of people, but there is always a way to get around it, whether that be going and doing something to distract yourself or thinking about something.
Reality is something that we all think is never changing, that it's always going to be there and not change. But I don't think that's the truth. I think that there's more to our reality than we think. Some of us like our reality. Others have difficult realities and need a way to escape it. Dreams can be that escape. Dreams can have the feel of reality. Everything looks, sounds, tastes, and feels like reality, but it's just a mirage inside of your head. Dreams have other uses than being an escape from reality. Dreams can be used to change the thoughts and opinions of individuals and change the course of their and your life and others. Of course, with dreams being so similar to reality, one of the main issues is that people will confuse their dreams with actual reality. How are we to know if what we think is reality is actually a dream? Would you be content living with the possibility that your life is a lie? Or would you take the risk and find out if you lived in a dream? A major point of my film Inception is that you don't know if Cobb is actually living in reality or if he is living in a dream. At the end of the film, Cobb leaves the top before he finds out if it falls over, showing that he is content living within the dream because he is happy. Some people choose to live in the dream world because it's the only way for them to escape from their reality.
Overall, these different experts have differing views that connect in some ways on reality. Cormac McCarthy thought that reality is something that we all end up encountering no matter what. He pointed out that you need certain things within reality that he labeled as anchors to make reality worthwhile for you. He referenced his book multiple times and showed that within his books, dreams are shown as a separate reality from the waking world, but still tend to affect the waking world.
Tennessee Williams' view of reality differed in a few ways from Cormac McCarthy's. Williams believed that there are multiple methods to escape reality. He talked about that a decent bit and shared several examples of how someone might escape reality. He also refers to his book and speaks about how his characters try to escape reality within their lives. He believes that life and reality as a whole can be unpleasant for some, and their answer to that is trying to escape.
Our final expert to speak is Christopher Nolan. He believes that reality is much more complicated than most people realize. He very much counts dreams as their own realities, and makes movie Inception based off of that very concept. Dreams are both a method of escape and a reality within themselves, according to him. He states that dreams can be so similar to reality that people can begin to confuse dreams with reality. This is a major theme within his movie Inception.